wouldn't be a Fan Expo if I didn't like salivate and drool over Star Wars in any kind of way. But this year I get to do it with two amazing people who basically are trying to bankrupt my life and all of yours. And I am, just guys, introduce yourselves.
Yep. Sam Smith, I'm the design manager at Hasbro.
Steven, I work on marketing and also bankrupting.
Yes. So I got one half of the team here is the guys who make the amazing looking stuff that I want to buy, and the other one is marketing it to me, making me want to buy it. And I gotta say, like, obviously to work on something like this, for fans like myself who have grown up with Star Wars, the toy lines have gone through various phases of quality, we'll call it. Now, though, when it's come to Hasbro, like between the Black Series, both the 3.75 and the 6-inch, and some of the other lines, it's like you guys have really kicked it up a notch. Like, how did all that work for you guys? Like, what was going on behind the scenes when this all started?
I think the big thing that we've really just sort of seen in terms of a shift is really how we execute the product. So a lot of that's been the advancements in technology in terms of moving away from traditional sculpting, which really used a lot more interpretation of the sculpt, and moving to digital, where we can actually work in a fully digital environment in terms of digital sculpt, as well as actually working with our partners at Lucasfilm, so that as new entertainment characters walk off set, we can scan them in a fully three-dimensional environment. And in doing so, we're able to translate that, even if we're just using it as raw data, to a really, really nice, highly articulated, highly detailed sculpt. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of transitioning that into a figure, but I think having that as the groundwork really helps bring that in.
So what's it like being actually to hear from the fans, of the products that you guys are doing?
It's fantastic, really, to have you guys come out to the panels and everything, and it's really helps justify what we do every day, because a lot of what it comes down to is passion. It's we're grinding away at these figures to make them as best that they can be, and that's really because of how rewarding it is. This isn't a brand that any of us hold lightly. This is something where we're on Star Wars because we love Star Wars. Right. And in that sense, it really doesn't make it a job. It makes it something so much more than that. So to really be able to put all that time and investment in, bring it and see that overwhelming response, really helps justify what we do every day.
Yeah, because every day, like you said, we're in our silos on the computer doing Excel spreadsheets, and now it's nice to kind of step up like a 15,000-foot view and actually see the fruits of your labor, that people are actually happy with what you did, and people who come here actually do inflict change. At San Diego Comic-Con, we revealed a Stormtrooper that we had with weathering. Right. The fans overwhelmingly were like, no, we don't want weathering on this. So we took that back and we're like, okay, we're removing the weathering. It's just going to be straightforward. So in doing that, the fans have a direct influence on us. And it's nice that when we come to a show like this, we can get that direct feedback from our most passionate fans, who are going to be the ones driving a lot of our business.
All right, so I'm here with Ryan, the international brand manager for the Marvel Legends at Hasbro. Today you were here at Fan Expo doing some reveals of some 2019 figures.
Yeah, we're so pleased to be here. This is actually our first time that Dwight, my designer, and myself came to Fan Expo, so we just had a panel and we revealed a bunch of new exciting 2019 figures, headlined by some Canadian characters, right? We have Guardian coming in a new 6-inch scale Legends figure. This was an update from a really old figure that Hasbro made back in the day, and we also revealed a Wendigo Build-A-Figure. So he will be coming to battle Sasquatch. If you got Sasquatch Build-A-Figure from Deadpool Wave 1 this year, they can kind of fight each other. And then we have a Weapon X version of Wolverine with kind of the headset, and then a classic Mystique with her white kind of long dress there. So a bunch of really fun reveals.
That's awesome. So these are all kind of the X-Men related kind of wave here.
A little bit. We're not getting too particular with what waves they're coming in. So Wendigo is a Build-A-Figure because obviously he's very tall. Yeah. The other guys will be talking more about where you can find them, but they will definitely all be coming in 2019 at some point.
Well, it is a beautiful sculpt of the Guardian figure, and you guys have covered a lot of the Alpha Flight characters down the way. I'm trying to think, is there any Alpha Flight guys you haven't touched yet?
I think we're maybe like 50-50. So we did Puck, Sasquatch, Guardian. I think we still have to get to Shaman, Snowbird, and those type of characters. But yeah.
But the Wendigo Build-A-Figure, that to me is very exciting because, like, when it comes to, yeah, we've got a number of Canadian heroes, but a Canadian-specific villain, which some people might say he's not a villain, he's more a force of nature, but a Canadian-specific villain, that's very exciting for us up here. That's great. Have you ever noticed that a lot of our characters, the Canadian characters, are just feral? Wolverine, Wendigo, Sasquatch, we're all very animal-like.
We love them though, right? So I mean, you guys got that. Wade Wilson, Canadian too, I think, right? So yeah.
And he's very animal-like, but in a different manner.
Like, obviously, I know you guys have a lot of stuff that's under wraps, right? And I know how
It's the tricky part of the interview.
yeah, that's right. I know how that works. Okay, so with that in mind, is there anything that you can allude to for the future that we could think about, like, that's coming out? Can you talk about that? Even in loose terms is fine, but specific.
More figures.
You heard it here first. I can't believe it.
In your time with the Marvel Legends series, is there a particular figure that you guys haven't had a chance to touch yet that you're just jonesing to finally get your hands on?
Yeah, everyone has their lists, but I'm a big X-Men fan, and we revealed at San Diego that we're doing a Gambit figure, and he's my number one, so it's kind of like check that dream off already. So I'm a happy camper.
That's awesome. Well, I want to thank you for talking with us today, man, and some great figures that we've got to look forward to, especially some Canadian heroes and villains, which is always great. Thank you very much.